Hi everyone, this is Anagha from Fitnessmessengers and I am a wellness coach we specialize in doing the body transformations for anyone who is interested. Body transformation मतलब खाली weight loss नहीं. Body transformation also means losing weight in the correct way. Body transformation means probably for someone who is skinnier, so for them it may mean gaining weight through a good muscle mass gain. It means a change in lifestyle. It means a change in your eating pattern. It is much more than what people think. Body transformation is not just limited to workouts. It is all about getting information and putting to practice everything that is related to good lifestyle and to good eating pattern. हम लोग का एंडेवर ये है कि लोगों का जो बॉडी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कराए वो ड्रास्टिक ना होके इट शुड बी ग्रेजुअल, स्टेबल एंड हेंस सस्टेनेबल. ओके, नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ दिस अप्रोच, ओके, इसमें क्या आता है? सो वर्कआउट्स तो हम कराते ही है एंड इवन ड्यूरिंग द लॉकडाउन वी आर डूइंग ऑनलाइन वर्कआउट्स फॉर एनीवन हु इज इंटरेस्टेड, but we also specialize in doing wellness talks, in educating people about whole lot of things which are crucial, may not be people may not be aware, but ये बहुत ज़्यादा important है and इसका knowledge भी हम देते हैं. So आज का जो ये series है, it is all about educating you or educating while I share my experience. Okay, so basically intent यही था कि मैं आप लोगों के साथ क्या प्रोसेस है जो मैंने अडॉप्ट किया इसके बारे में आपको जानकारी दूं एंड थ्रू दैट प्रोबेबली यू मे गेट सम पॉइंट्स और यू मे गेट अ मोटिवेशन और मे बी कुछ चीज़ें आप सही तरीके से नहीं कर रहे थे, कुछ चैलेंजेस आ रहे थे, इसका आपको सोल्यूशन मिलेगा. आई वुड अर्ज यू दैट जो भी आपको क्वेश्चंस है you need to put those as comments over here and मैं आपके सामने हूँ but हम लोग का टीम है जो सपोर्ट कर रहा है. so if you have any questions, any queries, please put it in the comment and we will try and take those questions as well. We can respond to you and अगर आपको लगता है कि हाँ ये टॉपिक रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन नहीं है but I would want an answer to it, so please reach out to us. We are all there to help you out, to guide you to change your lifestyle and get into a better mood. ओके, सो अगर जिन्होंने फ्लायर देखा है, सो आज का जो टॉपिक के बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं इज 3 important things. One is hydration, the second is your meals and the third is all about mangoes, because काफ़ी सारे सवाल आते रहते हैं हमें कस्टमर से अबाउट this precious fruit mango. So we thought let's address all of you out over here and probably it may help you. And ये इसका जो context है, so while it stays across months, across any year, but specifically मैं बात करने वाली हूँ लॉकडाउन के context में, so meals and in terms of lockdown जो हम challenges face कर रहे हैं, what can we do about that? So ये points मैं address करने वाली हूँ. Okay, so let's come to the very first topic, which is your hydration. Okay, so hydration मतलब क्या? Basically hydration means to keep your body hydrated, and body को hydrate रखने के लिए the first thing that we rely on is water. Okay, अभी water मतलब पानी, ये कितना पीना चाहिए? Okay, now is there some calculation to it? Thankfully yes, there is some calculation to it, because कुछ भी चीजें जब numbers में आती है ना, वेट लॉस इन नंबर्स, वेट गेन इन नंबर्स, तो हमें वो इजी पड़ता है समझने के लिए, रिलेट करने के लिए. However, at times as part of body transformation there are a lot of clients who have got a better sleep pattern. Now this cannot be measured in numbers, but it's a excellent qualitative gain which most of you would be experiencing. Okay, so coming back to water, कितना पानी पीना चाहिए? So remember this calculation that for every 20 kgs of your ideal body weight needs 1 liter of water. Okay, so for example आपका ideal weight होना चाहिए 60 kgs. Okay, 60 kgs अगर ideal weight होना चाहिए तो you would need about 3 liters of water to be consumed on a daily basis. अभी ये कैलकुलेशन डज इट चेंज फ्रॉम सीजन टू सीजन? मतलब मैंने बोला था मैं लॉकडाउन के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ, लॉकडाउन करंटली इट्स हैपनिंग ड्यूरिंग द समर सीजन. नो, So your water intake needs to remain the same across seasons. Okay, so summer में भी आपको उतना ही पानी पीना है, which is 1 liter for every 20 kgs of your ideal body weight. Monsoons में भी उतना ही पीना है, and even in winters you need to consume the same amount of water. हाँ, ये हो सकता है कि probably in summers you may need little more water, which is absolutely okay. So if you're feeling thirsty, please go ahead and consume more water. That's not going to harm you, but जो required quantity है उससे कम नहीं जाना है. So most of you are aware कि water के क्या benefits है. Just to list few, of course आपको hydrated रखता है. आपका जो digestion है, जो भी आप अच्छी अच्छी चीजें खा रहे हो उसको digest करने के लिए water का use रहता है. जो आप खाते हो, the nutritious food that you eat, वो जो nutrients है वो आपके body के हर एक cell को पहुंचाने के लिए वाटर की जरूरत है. ओके, अदरवाइज इफ यू ईट द बेस्ट ऑफ मील बट अगर आपने पानी नहीं पिया तो वो आपके सेल्स तक पहुंचेगा ही नहीं. ओके, सो दैट फॉर दैट वाटर इज रिक्वायर्ड. एंड खाने के बाद टू फ्लश आउट द टॉक्सिन्स फ्रॉम योर बॉडी, ओके, टू हैव गुड डाइजेशन यू नीड वाटर. एंड ऑफ कोर्स टू जो आगे वाले कुछ इनपुट्स है, सो फॉर समथिंग लाइक अ गुड स्किन, फॉर गुड हेयर टेक्सचर, and lot of these things you also need good amount of water intake. अभी water अगर उतना नहीं पिया, so एक दिन कम पिया, 2 दिन कम पिया, it's not going to harm you much. But अगर over a period of time आपने पानी कम पिया, so there are certain challenges which you may experience. Like what? So आपको dehydration हो सकता है, you may feel very tired and weak, very fatigued, energy नहीं रहता है. You feel very restless. आपको muscle cramps आते हैं. You get a very unhealthy skin which is in the form of acne or a very dry skin, जिसको आपको ऊपर से भर के moisturizer भी अगर आप लगाओ, even then it is not sufficient. You feel dizziness, headaches, and lot of these things. Going further, insomnia, multiple things start getting affected अगर आपका पानी का intake कम होता है. So I think इतना काफी है फॉर यू टू नो कि पानी जरूरी है. ओके, नाउ द अदर थिंग, सो पानी जरूरी तो है बट क्या होता है, काफी कस्टमर्स मुझे बोलते हैं व्हेन द फर्स्ट कंसल्टेशन इज ऑन, दे से कि बट हमें प्यास ही नहीं लगती है. आपने बोला इतना पानी मुझे पीना चाहिए बट प्यास ही नहीं लगती. नाउ दैट हैपेंड विद मी एज वेल, बिफोर आई स्टार्टेड माय ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. So what happens is body gets habituated to certain signals, to certain inputs. So if you are having less water, अगर आप कम पानी पी रहे हो, ओके, बॉडी गेट्स यूज्ड टू दैट एंड बॉडी वो आपको थर्स्ट सिग्नल देना कम करती है. ओके, अनलेस यू आर एक्सट्रीमली थर्स्टी, बॉडी विल सेंड दैट सिग्नल आउट टू यू. बट द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट ट्रेनिंग योर बॉडी कि हाँ, अगर आपको पता है कि मुझे लेट्स अज्यूम 2.5 liters ऑफ पानी पीना है, एंड इफ करंटली यू आर कंज्यूमिंग ओनली 1.5, slowly you start going gradually, you increase and you reach to that level of 2.5. After that, once you start doing it for let's say 2 weeks or so, after that your body will adapt to that and body आपको सही टाइम पे वो indicators देना चालू करेगी. Body will start demanding. The moment you start the supply to the body, your body will reciprocate and body will start demanding कि yes, मुझे प्यास लगी है, give me water. And that's a sign of a healthy body. So when you get up in the morning, you should have that feel the need for having water. After a few hours again you should feel the need for having water. So ये जब भी होता है, that's a sign that body has gone towards a healthier route. Okay, so train your body, go by the calculation, train your body and your body will soon start giving you those signals. Okay, now the next one. चलो, पानी का महत्व समझ लिया, कितना पानी पीना है वो समझ लिया, कैसे पीना है. ओके, some bit about that. So basically one way to remember is that after before every meal, so before every meal half an hour का आप gap रख के, before that you can consume a glass of water. When you get up in the morning you can consume depending on your intake, how much you can take, roughly around 2 glasses of water. Through the day you can have water. Now one advice that I would like to give you is do not just sip water. हम लोग का क्या रहता है कि एक bottle लग गया, sip by sip, we keep doing that. Instead of sipping water, sit at one place and drink a proper 200 ml or a 250 ml वो पूरा पानी एक साथ पी लीजिए. That will help your body in a better way. So though you are consuming 2.5 to 3 liters of water, the way you consume is also equally important to give you the maximum benefits. और ऐसे कई सारी चीजें हैं कि कैसे पीना चाहिए, how do I remember, what time, we can guide you on all of this. अगर मैं खाली उसके बारे में बात करूँ, so what would happen is my entire talk would be just be limited to this. Yeah. Okay. So now there are a lot of people who say कि हाँ ठीक है समझा पानी पीना चाहिए, but I don't really enjoy the taste of water. Okay. So for these set of people and also for others कि पता है and पीते भी है. Now for you as well, you apart from water, you can opt for certain other drinks which will keep you hydrated, but along with the hydration, it will give you certain other benefits as well. Okay, so ये क्या है? Of course बहुत सारी होती रहेंगी, but I will talk about certain drinks which I myself and my family we have been consuming it, especially after my transformation, after getting to know about nutrition, and especially now in this season, which is summers. So certain drinks which are very soothing, which are very cooling, which give you good nutrition and a lot of things. So I will list couple of these summer coolers which we keep consuming. So the very first one, and जो I think most of you would be having it, yeah, जब भी guest आते हैं, so that's one of our drinks which we offer to our guests at home. Not now, in the just the pre-lockdown period. So the first one is your नींबू पानी, okay, lemon juice. कैसे लेना है? सिंपल है, पानी है, नींबू निचोड़ो, उसमें शुगर डालो, उसमें सॉल्ट डालो. Did I say sugar and salt? Yes, because that as a combination works well on the body. So as wellness coaches or as fitness coaches, don't expect that we say no, sugar is out of your diet. That's equally important. The quantity is important. So the quantity matters a lot, and we can exactly guide you that sugar as a combination goes well with what kind of food or with what kind of drink. Okay, so आप उसमें शक्कर डालो, आप उसमें नमक डालो. You can have a choice of namak like your black salt, rock salt जो रहता है, you can add that. And in the current context, so जो अभी immunity पे इतना focus है, इतना stress है, so for all of that and also for that additional flavor, you can add things like soont powder, which is dry ginger. You can add a pinch of that. You may want to add some black pepper. So just get creative, and whatever you feel like you can add to it. उसका taste भी enhance हो जाएगा, tasty लगता है. By the way, vitamin C, when you talk about lemon, it's vitamin C. Vitamin C helps a lot with immunity. Lung functioning के लिए अच्छा है. So that's my go-to drink. Available रहता है, नींबूज खरीद लो wholesale में, just store it in the fridge and you can consume it. Okay. The next one is your buttermilk, okay, which is your chas. This is something which I enjoy with my lunch, okay. And कैसे? Again, buttermilk, you just need to take 1 to 2 tablespoons of curd. पानी डालो उसमें, ठंडा पानी डालो तो it tastes much more better. But ठंडा पानी, don't take it from the fridge. This is something which I personally do not prefer. So I go for the room temperature water or the naturally cooled water, which is matke ka pani. I prefer that. You just what do you call that? So usko आपको you can blend it, or just use a जो रहता है ना, आपको उसको use करना है, इस्तेमाल करना है, and churn it. Basically you need to churn your curd in the water, because खाली अगर spoon से mix किया, so it's not the buttermilk benefits that you are going to get. Okay, you actually need to churn it. And again, as per the taste that you would prefer, you can add rock salt, or you can there are people who like matha basically is उसको थोड़ा सा buttermilk को spice up करना है by putting थोड़ा सा अदरक, थोड़ा सा green chili. You can add that. It tastes amazing, and it's excellent for digestion. And generally अभी current scenario में जहाँ पे अपना we are not walking too much, so a lot of digestion related issues most of you must be facing, bloating and everything. So ये आपको जो buttermilk है, it will also help you apart from hydration. it will help you to give a lot of soothing effect to your stomach as well. Okay. What else? So another favorite or in this particular season is the raw mango, which is कैरी. कैरी का पन्हा, so आम पन्हा जिसको बोलते हैं या मराठी में नो कैरीचा पन्हा. Okay, this is something which you can have. मुंह में पानी आ जाता है कैरी का नाम ही जब भी लेते हैं. So again, taste yummy and has lot of health benefits. So you can go and have one glass of आम पन्हा every day. And you may want to instead of sugar you may want to add jaggery to it, because जो खटास रहती है, so to remove that खटास you actually need to add lot of sweeteners. So you can opt for good or jaggery over here. And what other drinks? So a couple of other drinks which we have is the seasonal fruits जो रहते हैं, which are very, so one is a kokum, kokum sarbat. So kokum sarbat is you would either you buy those kokum or you get those cans as well. So try and get it from a good place. A lot of kokum sarbat you get from the Konkan area. So you can buy those cans. You just need to mix it with water. You can squeeze some lime in it. It enhances the taste. Just like kokum sarbat, there is something like avla sarbat. Okay, avla sarbat or amla sarbat, again to be mixed in water and you can have it. So these are a couple of drinks which we keep having. Then there is jaljeera. Okay, jaljeera, which is a mixture of the jeera powder, of rock salt, and you get ready-made packets as well. So jaljeera mixed in water, again it gives you a good digestion as well. Keeps you hydrated. So ये जो आपको 2.5 लीटर 3 लीटर 3.5 लीटर आपके वेट के हिसाब से जो पानी पीना है, it can be made much more interesting when you have it in this form. Okay, then there is coconut water. Yeah, unfortunately अभी इतना बाहर जाने को नहीं मिल रहा है. Otherwise I used to have coconut water quite regularly. Now unfortunately जो week में एक बार step down करते हैं उसमें अगर it's very difficult to get, but that's something which if you manage to, you can have that. Again, very cooling. It has got a very nice electrolyte balance that it can give you to your body. So coconut water is something which you can have. And what else? Okay, सोते वक्त, a lot of people ask कि सोते वक्त हम दूध पी सकते हैं क्या? Yes, you can have your cow milk. I recommend cow milk over buffalo milk at this particular age that would be, unless you are the kids in the family. So cow milk mixed with haldi and boiled well. So that's a very soothing drink that you can have just before going to bed. At least keep half an hour of time gap. It's very soothing. It also aids sleep. And of course, when we talk of haldi or turmeric, it's something which is known as immunity booster as well. So that's something which you can have. And then there are a couple of things which you can look at is like you can add aloe to your drink, or there are certain electrolytes which are available which you can add to keep yourself hydrated. And so खाली ये ड्रिंक नहीं, आपका प्लेन पानी है, प्लेन पानी को भी आप थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग बना सकते हो. It can give you some nutrition effect as well, which is something like this. Let me show you my glass. So that's, can you see this? Yeah, so this has got sabza in it, sabza seeds. Okay, you just need to add like about half a teaspoon to your water and let it just soak in for a while till it brings the texture changes. And you may want to add some mint leaves, you may want to squeeze a little lime depending on your taste and what's available at home. Just add that and you can also keep having that through the day. Okay, so these are a couple of options which apart from water you can consume all these interesting drinks. I am not going to talk anything about alcoholic drinks because like I said, we spoke about the soothing drinks, the cooling drinks, which also gives you the required immunity booster or desired nutrition as well. So opt for all of these drinks and keep yourself cool and hydrated through this summer and through the lockdown period. And we will now move on. While I've taken this, let me just have a sip. Okay, there's another thing is when you're having your water. Okay, also you need to, rather than just gulping it, you need to let it stand in your mouth for just like barely a second, because that helps for the saliva that's there in your mouth to mix with the water. And the benefits of the water which is mixed with saliva are much more than water that gets gulped down. Okay, so it improves your digestion as well. So like I said about water, the quantity, the way you need to have it, at what time you have it, what posture should you adopt for having it, any specific timing that you should not be having it, or any particular meal post which you cannot have water. All this guidance can be given to you for anyone who is interested to know a bit more about it. Okay, so let's move on. So the next thing which I was going to talk to you about is meals. Okay, meals मतलब खाना, अपने खाने के बारे में. Okay, so खाना, the process, the way I look at it, or the way which I have been following it for the last 3 years at least, is I eat 6 times during the day. Okay, so I follow a 6 meal pattern. It works excellently well for me because I am someone who feels hungry quite regularly. I love eating good food, healthy food, junk food earlier, but I'm someone who's known for the love for food. So it goes absolutely well with my personality, and it has worked excellent for me. So, and there's a scientific reason which I got to know later, that why these you need to follow a 6 meal pattern. So regarding meals, a basic guideline, you need to eat regularly, like after every 3 to 3.5 to 4 hours you need to keep consuming something so that your metabolism is on. It gives you the required energy to the body. Your fat storage in the body will start decreasing once you start eating more often, which is something which most of you might be surprised about, but that's the truth. And so 6 बार खाना है, क्या खाना है, 6 बार खाना है. Most of you are in a pattern which I used to do earlier, is just 3 main meals. So 3 meals क्या होते हैं अपने, which is breakfast, which is your lunch, which is your dinner. Okay, generally अपने को ये 3 चीजें पता है. Okay, however it's so easy to convert these 3 into a 6 meal pattern. क्या करना है, in this 3 just add 1 fresh fruit. Okay, 1 fresh fruit in the day, and for the other 2 meals just add a small healthy snack. Healthy snack मतलब क्या, it can be something like a chivda, it can be something like chana singdana. Okay, it's as simple as that. So ये ऐसे छोटे healthy snacks आपको add करने हैं. आपका lunch तो आपको खाना ही है, आपका डिनर आपको खाना ही है, पर टाइमिंग का थोड़ा ध्यान रखें. ओके, आपका जो डिनर है दैट नीड्स टू हैपन बिफोर सनसेट. मतलब फॉर मी आई हैव केप्ट अ डेडलाइन ऑफ 7 PM. ओके, सो 7 के पहले मैं मेरा डिनर खा लेती हूँ. If you try doing it, and if you can manage to do it for about a week and about 2 weeks at least, you will start experiencing the benefits, the advantages this early dinner is bringing to the body, in terms of a better sleep pattern, in terms of a good digestion, in terms of the level of freshness that you experience the next day. Okay, lot of advantages that an early dinner would bring into you. So easier said than done, but we are there to guide you. So for anyone who wishes to change the lifestyle of eating a very late dinner and would want to start having an early dinner, we are there to guide, because I was someone who used to have my dinner earlier at 10:30 about 3.5 years back, and gradually I have worked on my lifestyle, and I am now I cannot I just cannot wait for my dinner post 7, so I have to do it before that. Okay, now in terms of, remember the one thing which I said is about the fresh fruits. Every day you need to consume a fruit, which is a must. It gives you a different set of multivitamins, and it has its own level of good stuff which is doing to your body. Yeah. And अच्छा, अभी meals के बारे में in the current context, which is lockdown, 6 meals is fine. Now I have 2 categories of customers who keep asking me these things. One who says कि lockdown चल रहा है, मैं जगह से हिल ही नहीं रही हूँ, I am just I'm working from home, and I'm just sitting in one particular chair for the full day. How would I feel hungry? पहले we would travel to work, and then we would have to take a set of stairs to reach our place. There would be so many meetings, we would be rushing from one meeting to another, and again the travel back, we used to get tired and we used to feel hungry, and then we used to keep eating. But abhi wo bhook hi nahi lag rahi hai. Okay, and then there is a second category of people who have been saying that we have nothing to do, and out of boredom we are just eating and eating and eating, and we are not able to distinguish between the real hunger, मतलब जो actual भूख लगती है, and something which is like an emotional hunger. Okay, कि जस्ट मूड, मतलब मूड क्या खाने का, या सामने कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग सा डब्बा दिख रहा है, या कुछ बच्चे डिमांड कर रहे हैं घर पे, या अदरवाइज कुछ टाइम ही नहीं मिलता था, अभी सडनली थोड़ा सा टाइम मिल गया, सो लेट्स व्हाई नॉट स्पेंड मोर टाइम इन किचन and try cooking something for yourself and for the family. So these two people, and then what I tell them is, for the first category जिनको भूख ही नहीं लगती है, so yes, you need to increase your activity through the day. These people have been doing our regular workouts, so workouts के बाद तो भूख उनको लगी जाती है, but through the day, rather than sitting on the chair, you need to increase your activity level. We have guided them on how exactly they can do it. There are simple tricks like the phone calls, you can take it while you're walking, and you just don't need too much space. Even if you get to walk 5 steps ahead and 5 steps behind, so even if it's a small home, the activity levels can be increased. Sitting in a chair, you can obviously do a lot of upper body sequence that can be done. So we have guided them with that, and they are able to increase their activity level. But what I've told them, don't move away from the 6 meal plan. Okay, so चाहिए तो आप थोड़ा कम खाइए. You can decrease your portion size. So generally, अगर पहले आप 2 चपाती खाते थे and maybe some bit of rice, you can reduce the chapati to 1, or even, if you want, even half. But do not skip your meal. Having your meal is very important to give the nutrition to the body, to keep your metabolism on. So that's a must. Okay, so that's the advice which happens for the first set of people who don't feel too much hungry. And of course, I also tell them that start having lots of fresh fruits, homemade stuff, so that whatever you're eating, it is giving you value. Then the next category, who just can't stop eating. Okay, for them, I have given them a set of activities which they can focus on, or certain reading articles which they can watch, rather than whiling their way away on things, watching things on Netflix and Hotstar, which is not really doing them much good. Okay, so that's one way of keeping them engaged. And for them, I have the way I have told them is, rather than cooking all these fancy delicacies, elaborate items, which may not really be healthy, decide specific days in the week. So maybe 2 days in a week wherein you would want to indulge in this kind of a cooking, and pleasing yourself and your family. So I do not want to stop you from cooking these kind of stuff, because time nahi milta hai. So abhi time mil raha hai, make the most of it. So you can go ahead, but then don't do that every day. रोज के रोज अपने को पंच पकवान नहीं बनाना है. Okay, so decide 2 days in a week and cook that, and then pre-plan. So there is something which is called as a meal planning. So I help them design their meals for this particular week, wherein if they write it down कि मुझे ना ये दिन ये खाना है. So घर पे मेरा चिवड़ा खत्म हुआ है, but I have some makhana remaining and I have some chana remaining. So I would guide them to make makhana and a chana chaat by just adding some tomato and pyaz to it, squeeze some lime, put some dhania, and that's your one meal which is ready. So this is how whatever is available, if you do your pre-planning, if you write it down, the chances of sticking to it are much higher, and the temptation of opening that dabba and taking out some packets of unhealthy food and just opening and mindless binging on it will definitely reduce. Okay, so yes, that's about meals. Eat regularly, have your fresh fruits, eat good food, reduce the temptations, and if you cannot reduce the temptations, watch your portion sizes. So you may have that the malai kulfi that you have made at home, but you need not have this bigger thing. You can just take a smaller bowl, smaller katori, serve yourself 2 to 3 spoons. Watch the timing. You need not have your kulfi as a dessert post your dinner. You can also have your kulfi as a dessert post your lunch, after keeping a particular gap in that. Okay, so it will do you less harm. So that's something about meals, and especially meals during the lockdown. Okay, now when I talked about consuming a fresh fruit, always consider this fact that the fresh fruit that you have should be seasonal. मतलब जो सीजन में है, we have these specifics. So for example, winters maybe get strawberry. In monsoon there would be certain fruits like your cherry and your lychee which will be available. Summer is a season जहाँ पे we cannot miss having our my favorite fruit, which is the mango. Okay, precious, favorite, and amazing fruit. Okay, so this is something which you must have. Okay, now a lot of customers who I don't know whether I'm scary, but then they don't even ask कि हम mango खा सकते हैं या नहीं. There's an assumption that mango is something which is high in calorie, it is fattening, and इससे अपना weight बढ़ेगा. And if I'm on a weight loss journey or a fat loss journey, this is something that I need to avoid. ये पूछते भी नहीं ये लोग. If someone asks, I guide them. But overall, after doing so many consultations, and couple of customers who have experienced that they don't ask, and when I just happen to कि आपके meals में कहीं पे mango figure out नहीं हो रहा है, so that is when they reveal that नहीं mango कैसे खाए, आप तो डांट लोगे, हम लोग तो खाते ही नहीं, हम लोग ने इस सीजन लाया ही नहीं. I said, don't you like mangoes? He said, no, it's our favorite fruit, and this is something which we have been really struggling to not consume. Okay, ये मैं जब भी सुनती थी ना, so now I in advance I tell my customers that please I don't even wait for them to ask me, but I tell them कि आपको mango खाना है. Okay, अभी whether it's rich in dense in calories, yes it is, but so is your bread, so is your pizza. Okay, however this fruit is giving you so much nutrition जो आपके breads and pizza में बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. It's not comparable. Okay, so like you eat other fruits, you have to eat this. I wouldn't say like, because probably you may want to have more of this, so go ahead, indulge. But अभी कुछ चीजें इसमें ध्यान रखनी है कि ये जो fruit है ना, इसको fruit मैंने कहा fruit है, मतलब क्या, इसको आपको fruit के जैसा ही खाना है, इसको आपको आइसक्रीम बना के नहीं खाना है. Now if you start having this fruit as ice cream on a daily basis, then you're right that you're going to gain weight, you're going to increase your fat percentage. But if you have it as a fruit, it's going to do you much more good. Is there any time? Generally what works for me is the mid meal. So breakfast कर लिया, जो lunch के पहले जो भूख लगती है around 10:30-11, that is the time usually I have my mangoes. But then it depends on you, so make it as a any time that you feel hungry is when you can have this. So you may want to have 2 mangoes for your breakfast as well. Okay, at times अगर कुछ नहीं बना है and you feel like having your mango, that's absolutely okay. But avoid having this fruit as part of your meal if there are other items available. So for example, if you're eating your chapati and you're eating your sabzi and there's a dal and there's a salad and you're adding mango to it, that's something which you need to avoid. Okay, because that's loading upon calories, and when a fruit mixes with your main meals, the level, the phase at which it gets digested is different, and then it may give you ill effects of digestion. However, if you're having something like amras puri or that's chapati or amras puri once in a while, that's okay. So if it's your one of the main parts of your meal, then you can go ahead. Don't add sugar to it. You can when I said about the meals amras, that's another favorite which I love, but have it as a plain amras. Don't really put it in the mixie, don't really add stuff to it, especially the sugar. Stay away from that. So your pure amras is something which you can have. That's going to do you good. Okay, now there are certain set of clients which have got sugar problem. So they specifically आम हम खा सकते हैं क्या? Yes, आप खा सकते हो, but the way you need to eat it is not like by making a milkshake by amras, adding sugar, or as an ice cream. As a fruit again. However, also you need to understand that most of the fruits have got their nutrition around the skin. जो उसका छिलका रहता है, उसके इर्द गिर्द is where the maximum nutrition is. So whenever you cut your mango, you ensure that you eat it with the skin on. You don't need to have the skin, because there are very few varieties of mango which has got a very patla skin, very thin skin, which can actually be consumed. But for the others, which is, generally I love the hapus amba, the alfonsos, and there are a lot of other varieties which has got thick skin. So you need to take the fruit with the skin on, so that when you are taking it, you're sucking it with the skin on, जो छिलके को लग के जो न्यूट्रिशन है ना, even that enters your body, and it gives you a balancing effect. So दो जो fructose, मतलब जो sugar आपके पेट में जा रहा है, the any kind of fruit contains sugar in the form of fructose. So when this is going into your body, and the antioxidants, the polyphenols which are going, which is nearer to the skin, it is also balancing, the effect, and you are not going to face any kind of sugar related issues by just eating this awesome fruit. Yeah. What else about mango? Yeah, there are a lot of people who experience heat issues. So mango खा तो लेते हैं, but suddenly there are skin outbreaks, acne हो जाता है, गर्मी का sensation ज़्यादा हो जाता है. So for you, there's one recommendation which I used to see earlier my aji and my grandmother and all they used to do, is by soaking the mangoes in water, and for about half an hour at least, just soak them up, and then you can take them and cut them off. What it actually does is, there are certain acids, acids, the heat generating ones, like phytic acids and everything, that gets removed when you soak it in water. That gets removed, and you don't experience any kind of heat issues. And इसका मतलब प्री प्लानिंग करना जरूरी है कि कल मुझे मैंगो खाना है. That's where I said in the earlier section that the more you start planning your meals, it's going to be easier for you. And generally season है तो रोज खाना ही है, तो सुबह उठ के फॉर मी इट्स अ रिचुअल कि जितने फैमिली मेंबर्स है वो आम ले लो एंड जस्ट डंक इट इन वाटर, बिकॉज थ्रू द डे कोई आके ब्रेकफास्ट के लिए ले लेता है, कोई एज अ मिड मील ले लेता है. So it's the personal choice, but you could always, if you anytime you come to our house in the morning during summer, abhi nahi, I can't invite any one of you right now, but you will always find mangoes in the water, and we keep having them. Yeah. So any questions about mangoes? Okay, none. I think there is something which the team has answered. My team is doing an excellent job. Okay, so like I said about the mango, if I have to summarize it, you need to soak your mangoes in water, have it as a fruit, as a meal in itself. Okay, so जो 4 बजे भूख लगती है, जो 11 बजे भूख लगती है, have it at that time. Try and have it with the skin on. In terms of the quantity कितना लेना है, well, it would differ from person to person. But if I have to give you an indicator, fruits आप कितना खा लेते थे? Earlier, how many fruits would you have? Generally, we don't go beyond 2. So you can apply the same logic, up to 2 mangoes every day. Yes, I said every day. You can have 2 mangoes every day. And for people who are having sugar issues, you need to balance, because finally it is carbohydrates as well. So you need to balance your other carb intake. So अगर आप mango ज़्यादा खा रहे हो, खाइए, no problem. But then watch out, in terms of probably you may want to reduce your chapati a bit for that particular day, so that it just balances out your carb intake. Yeah. Anything else that I want to add about mango? Kuch nahi, just khao. I'm done with my today's share of mango. My share of eating my mangoes, that's done. And for tomorrow, so every day we just watch, and then we keep ordering. Thankfully, we have got a direct connect with a farmer who is supplying this fruit, and we are very glad that we are not deprived of eating this antioxidant, nutrition dense fruit, and we are very happy about that. Okay, there seems to be some question. Let me just check that. Okay, so there is a question, whether is amras good for health? Will eating mango make me gain weight? Like I said, so Trupti, that's for you. Absolutely not. It is not the mango which will make you gain weight. But if you are eating something like a processed food, if you are eating a mango ice cream, if you are eating the the over the counter available drinks, the ready made drinks that are available, or if you're eating a pizza, and if you're cooking some elaborate meals with lots of butter and lots of oil in it, that is something which will definitely make you gain weight. But mangoes, no. It's if you're just sticking to mangoes as a fruit, it's not going to help result in a weight gain. And yes, go ahead and enjoy your amras. And like I said, amras, if it's the main component of the meal, you can have it. But if you are having your other vegetables and all, have the amras or the mango as a meal in itself. Yeah, I think Trupti, that answers your question. Any more questions? Okay. So I think that's about it. From my end, I did not wanted to get too technical or too scientific about it. However, just wanted to share my experience so that you enjoy the summer season by keeping yourself hydrated, by making some interesting drinks. And the drinks that I talked about, you can also make some combinations. So I spoke about buttermilk, I spoke about mint leaves. You can just mix and match. So there's something like a cucumber cooler that I love, which is I just mix dahi, cucumber and mint leaves in a blender or in a mixer, and you may want to add some water to it, and you can consume it. That's very soothing, very tasty, and you can have that. Another thing, so a lot of people ask me that you have asked us to keep hydrated. Can we have fruit juices? So fruit, I would recommend have the solid fruit. Fruit as a fruit in itself. Don't avoid juicing a fruit, okay? Because when you're juicing a fruit, while you may feel that you are having, as a form of a juice, you're having, let's say, 3 fruits in one go. While if you have to eat a fruit, it's just one fruit that you're eating. You are taking the fiber away from the fruit when you're juicing it. Okay, so that's half the nutrition gone. Why would you want to pay for something and take half of it and throw it away? Don't do that. Fruit, eat it as a whole. There are a lot of cooling fruits as well, like we have the watermelon. Okay, that's some fruit which is very good for your keeping you cool during the summer. We then talked about the meal, what kind of pattern we should follow, and then we talked about my favorite fruit, which is the mango. Okay, so that's it from my end. And okay, so the questions are coming in. So is workout should be done daily or 5 days a week? Okay, so something which is not directly linked to the topic, but the way we do our workouts online, for all of our customers at the moment is about 4 days of workout in a week. And plus along with that there is one wellness talk as well, the kind of the wellness information that I'm giving right now, because like I said, the way we look at fitness is fitness for us is holistic. It is not just linked to one particular area. So to answer your question, about 4 days a week of workout, of a high intensity kind of a workout. This is the kind of workout that we indulge in. So 4 days is excellent, and you may want to add a day of probably some light walking around the house, and that's something which will do you good. There's another thing which you need to remember over here is that a lot of people, so digressing away from the topic, and maybe I can we can take this as a separate topic in itself for the next our Sunday live session. There are a lot of people who do an intense workout for half an hour, about 45 minutes on 4 to 5 days a week, and then through the day they are just sitting. Through the day they are sedentary. Now that's again not going to help. Okay, you need to increase your activity level as well. So a half an hour of workout supported by the right level and amount of activity through the day is also essential to keep your body fit. Yeah. Okay, any more questions? I guess. Okay, so there is a question which is asking that what is the best time to eat a banana? The best time to eat a banana is when you feel like having a banana. Okay, so when you are craving for a banana, when you are hungry, you feel like having, that's one time. My favorite time, or my routine of having a banana is as a pre-workout meal. Okay, so before I do my workout, there are certain favorite pre-workout meals that I go to as a source of energy. So I generally have my bananas before the workout, so that the next, the hunger time, I have reserved it for a different set of fruit. Otherwise, I used to end up as a fruit, I just used to have bananas in the day. So now my pre-workout meal is banana, and during the day I get time to include any of the seasonal fruit that's available. Okay, so pre-workout, you can have it, or anytime you have a sweet craving. Yeah, that's one way. Generally क्या होता है, post lunch अपने को थोड़ा सा sweet craving होता है. Don't have your fruits immediately post your main meals. You need to keep a gap of about 2 hours. Okay, so you can have a banana post your meal after 2 hours or so, or before your meal. Half an hour before the meal is something which you can have your any fruit or banana for that matter. There are some people. Okay, there's another question. Okay, there are some people who have a tendency to catch cold if they eat banana in the evenings. Okay, so if you have that personal tendency of having a cold, then obviously you need to avoid it. Generally, fruits, if they have had empty stomach or in the mornings or in the first half of the day, they give you better results. Yeah. The next question is whether I can eat mango as a complete meal in itself. Yes, you can. Okay, and that's the recommendation. So generally, when we're talking of a 6 meal pattern, for me, especially for me, the 11 o'clock or the 4 o'clock hunger. So my hunger between my breakfast and the lunch, or the meal that I need to have, after my lunch and before my dinner, is a mango. Okay, so you can, depending on the size of the mango, 1 mango or 2 mangoes, you can just soak them up, cut them neatly, and just enjoy it with the chilka on. Yeah. So Rutika, that was for you. Enjoy your mango as a complete meal in itself. It has got that amount of energy, that amount of nutrition, which any good meal would provide you. Okay, any more questions? Mango milkshake. Okay, so someone is asking about mango milkshake. Okay, now so let me share my. So I am fond of mango milkshake. Okay, but having understood things like a fruit. So the way our Ayurveda promotes is fruits and milk are not to be mixed together. Okay, they do not bring in the desired the benefits of both. Okay, you experience some ill benefits. So in that context, your mango with your dairy, which is your cow milk, as if you're making a milkshake, that's something which you can reduce or minimize on. I have succeeded at minimizing, because like I said, it has been my favorite across years till I got to study about nutrition, till I got to experience a lot of things which good nutrition brings in, and now I have minimized it. So it's like, for me, a milkshake is about once in a week. Okay, I would want to stop that as well, but time लगता है, right? आदतें बदलने को. Yeah, so that will happen. And so if you can avoid milkshake, excellent. So you can go for a whole fruit, or there are other milk options available. So you have your soy milk, you have your almond milk. Soy milk is easily available in India. So but the unsweetened variety, we don't want the sugared variety. So you can combine this and you can go ahead. Yes. Any other questions? So team, I think from you also, I think everything seems to be fine. Excellent. So we are going to close this live session now. Like I mentioned before, so we give guidance for different areas which are related to fitness, which is related to holistic fitness, which is your workouts, you being aware about various aspects of nutrition, lifestyle consultation, your meal planning, your meal guidance, and for anyone who has been very serious कि मुझे करना ही है, I want to use this lockdown to transform myself. So if you want to go in for a complete body transformation, we are there available as coaches to guide you. So you can just comment and we will reach out to you. And if you have any suggestions, or if you would want to know more about any specific topic, you can put that in the comment, and we would be glad to take these topics from our customers or from our viewers and talk about it in our next Sunday live session. So stay tuned and keep watching this space for the next announcements. Have a great Sunday and a great week ahead. Bye bye everyone. That's Anagha signing off from Fitness Messengers. Bye bye.